Welcome back to another episode of Two in the Cooler. Thank you guys for watching the show, subscribing to the YouTube page, and following us on Instagram. It means a lot. And if you want to support the show even further, the best thing to do is check out the merch, because you're going to find something on there that you like. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, now that it's getting warmer out. We've got pint glasses, which are awesome, water bottles, all kinds of really cool stuff, not just for this show, but also for our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin', that we produce in the studio. And let me tell you something. This merch, like the t-shirts and stuff, this is not that low-grade, cheap-ass shit that other shows and other events are, like, trying to get out to you. There's that, I said the name of the brand wrong last week. What is it? Gibson is the right, what is it? Gildan? Gildan. Fuck Gildan and everybody who works for them. But that's a terrible shirt. It fits like a cardboard box, and for some reason, that's the one that everybody buys because you can get them super cheap and sell them for a lot more. That's not what we do here, folks, okay? At snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com, we're giving you the top quality stuff. I'm talking Target quality, folks. The t-shirts, try blend material. You're not going to find that anywhere else. So, again, check out all the merch, all the t-shirts, and all the other stuff, great stuff on there at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com, or just hit the link that's going to be in this episode description and in our Instagram bio. You've heard of Instacart before, but what you might not know is that it's not just for groceries. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. And the best part is, right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. Just spend $10 and Instacart will deliver whatever you're looking for right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. All you have to do is hit the link in this episode description, get yourself that deal, and start using Instacart today. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin', email snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Because the thing is, folks, podcasting, it's obviously booming. It's a big industry. And with that comes a lot of large companies trying to advertise. McDonald's freaking advertises on podcasts. State Farm's advertises on podcasts, which is fucking insane. And in one aspect, that it's cool. But the thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't leave any room for smaller local companies to get in on the action. But that's where we come in. So if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. In the world, I think, in this room, I feel the finest minds of a generation. That's what I would consider.
Indubitably.
See, we should have next year's Cool Guy episode. It's gonna be full like smoking jackets and pipes. It'll be different like that. You don't like that though, man?
That's what I wear. That's what I wear on my not cool guy days. That's what I wear when I'm just casually strolling.
And then with the cool guy Crocs.
Yeah, you have to have your cool guy Crocs on. That's, listen. Here's the thing. Andrew doesn't like this, but the cool guy episode was created in the essence of being a cool guy. Mm-hmm. Andrew looks more like a douchebag.
Timmy Ho x Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I mean the collab, cool collab. We respect the collab. Did you at least get some Tim Biebs you bought that today? I'm guessing, right?
No, I bought this months ago. They were because the Tim Biebs, they haven't sold those for
they
like
discontinued them.
They discontinued them like a while ago.
They were gas though. Did you try them?
Never got to have.
Oh my god!
They had like sour cream flavor,
chocolate chip one, sour cream, chocolate chip. They had and the thing they were like it was like, remember when they came out with like Doritos XD?
Oh, is that like a play on the dumb little things we used to send at the end of messages, like Roar XD?
No, it was like Doritos
that's not
X.
Cool.
Like it was like Doritos Extreme.
Yeah. That seems to be unlocking something in the back of my mind.
That's what Tim Biebs were. They were like Timbits XD. Like they were extreme. They had like
that's true
flavor chunks on them.
They did. They had like shit on them.
Yeah, they had like outer. They were coated in outer dusting of flavor.
Of various flavors. They had, but the merch, they sold this fanny pack, this beanie, and they had tote bags. So when they had already discontinued the donuts,
the Timbits, the Biebs,
they had a bunch of merch that they had not sold. So they were like almost giving it away. So I was
when you say almost,
Not even close. I paid $20 for each of these.
Yeah, so $40.
And it was so worth it. It was so worth it.
Pretty much free.
So do you or do you not have a bag also?
I didn't buy. I think the tote bag might have been the only thing they sold out of.
Which is the weirdest thing for them to sell out of.
That's true.
Tote
'cause, I mean,
bags?
look at this.
They're like hat, fanny pack, closer,
What's this?
tote bag.
Fanny pack.
Bang.
It's like corduroy. It's got that nice.
Yeah, honestly
brown.
the material is what makes me slightly uncomfortable.
Wait, what does the material actually look like? I forgot.
It's a corduroy.
Oh no, hold on.
It's like
Hold on.
corduroy.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
Those
He's like-
sunglasses, those can only be so big.
I know, right?
By
Preston's
like
like-
one finger.
Preston's like,
Oh
bro,
my
what are you
God.
talking about? That bag's not
It's
brown,
red.
dude. That bag is red.
That bag purple.
Yeah, that shit is not brown, my
It's
guy.
the same color you are, red.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same color as your shirt, red.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I feel like a dog, but instead of gray and white, it's just red and red.
This is gonna take us down a pointless rabbit hole, but
Those are
I
the best
find
rabbit holes.
Yeah, what are we here
I
for?
find colorblind, like the fact that people are colorblind, just fascinating.
They're lying.
Oh, I thought you were going to say funny.
They're
Fascinating.
lying.
Like, because they can still differentiate things. Well, here's the thing about being colorblind. Ready?
Is this
Yeah,
from the
you-
inside? Is
yeah,
this the
you
inside?
laid it
No,
down.
this
Are you
is like
colorblind?
I have a lot of interesting theories that involve eyeballs.
Okay. I like theories that involve eyeballs.
So here's the thing with being colorblind is like you can, colorblind people can still differentiate that things are different colors. They just can't see, they see they blur more. Right? Like there's
Well,
not
I think
as
there's
much
different
shade.
kinds of color blindness.
Well, there is, but like you can still, like if you were looking at that wall, say, right, with the checkered pads that we have up, you could tell that, like you wouldn't think like, oh, that's just a single colored wall. You would
Right.
be able to tell that there's a checkered pattern there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But, at the same time, like for all we know, everybody sees every color different,
Yeah.
but we all call it the same thing. Like I can't tell what you think is red, what
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you see as red. So is anybody really colorblind? It seems pretty
So
subjective to
who's
me.
the least colorblind person?
Yeah,
on
like
Earth?
Wow.
who? Yeah, exactly. Who can?
May he
You
who
know
is
who it
without
is? Who has the
colorblind
best-
to
It's probably those people
stone.
that you see on TikTok that are like, oh, I can make that color with paint. Have you ever seen that?
I have.
And they take
savages.
they have a little bit of paint and they're like, oh, we'll start out with some white and then we'll throw a bunch of yellow. And I'm like, yellow, dude, that's not even going to be close. And then it's like spot on the color. I'm like, what a fucking
get you
idiot I
every
am.
time.
Every time. They nail it every single time. Every single time. Yeah. But my other theory about eyeballs, and actually, have I talked about this before on this show?
I don't know.
It involves cameras too.
Okay.
I think pictures are the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like
The
sit
craziest?
down
The number
and
one crazy?
think about a pic. Like I'm seeing something with my eyes right now
Yeah.
that I don't even understand. I still haven't figured that out. There's times where
But you're working on it.
no, there's times where I
Getting
think about
there.
this. My girlfriend gets mad at me when I talk about this because she's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Like you're an idiot." And I'm like, "No, seriously." I don't understand how eyeballs work. Okay,
Yeah.
This is not like a crazy like.
Oh, true. Like how it flips it when it goes in and it goes like this way and then it comes back
it
this way
flips
too.
everything.
Think
Yeah.
about this though.
Yeah, that's
That
weird.
is
How
wild.
in the world can I click this button on my phone and it just freezes this image in time?
I think that makes 150 times more sense than our actual eyeballs. So I see, but still both crazy.
Yeah. Like if that's one of those things where like in my opinion, ignorance is bliss. Like nobody should ever explain that to me. But every once in a while, because I don't even want to know, because it's fascinating to me, and every once in a while I'll have to tell myself like just let it go. Like don't even worry about it. That's not for you. Like it's not my job to figure out how eyeballs work. As long as they work, we're good.
Right.
And that's why every one of your eye doctor visits have taken 4 hours.
Yeah.
It'll take a little
I
bit
can't
longer
even.
than
If
Listen,
I went
man,
to the eye
I'm just
doctor,
not getting it.
If I,
Why you got a in my
Yeah.
right eyeball? What did that do, Doc?
If
Talk
I-
to me.
What was
yeah,
that?
I have been to the eye doctor in probably longer than anybody should go without going.
I don't think
But
I've
if I
been-
were to
yeah.
go, I would be showing up with a notepad. That is without a doubt a fact. I'd be like, listen, I'm not. I just don't understand how phones work, and it just picture. video is
Yeah.
even.
Well, it's all about capturing it's all about capturing light.
I know, but how does this capture light, Andy?
It digitally captures light.
But that's okay. So that's kind of what I'm getting at is how does it take what I physically see and make it digital like that? It doesn't make sense to me. To somebody it does, and I'm saying good
on them.
Good on
Right,
that person.
right.
Like they're probably
Good on
doing
you,
really
pal.
well.
Yeah.
If you could understand that, you're probably pretty good at something, right? But it doesn't make sense to me. And I know it sounds so dumb, but I guarantee you there's so many people
like
out
what you're
there
saying.
that now that they're thinking about it, every once in a while, like they probably everybody listening to this right now is probably like, that kid is so stupid, right? And then they're gonna go to fall asleep tonight, and they're gonna be scrolling their phone or just darkness of the room, and they're gonna be like, now that I think about it, how can I click a button on my phone and it captures a moment in time and freezes it, and I can go back and look at it in life. In real life quality, and I can go back and look at it anytime for the rest of my life. And it's just there, that one moment that happened.
Sheesh. I was going to say your poor heart rate during your Instagram tirades at night.
I didn't go on Instagram. I didn't even do it.
Gave that one up.
Yeah,
it was bad for me.
Yeah.
But that does bring up kind of a different thing, though. It was like, remember when pictures were like a big deal?
Well, that's what I mean. At some point in time, it was like, if you got a picture and they went under the cloak and they hopefully didn't blow up.
Well, that's different. I mean, that's when the process of taking a photograph took a long time. I'm talking about actually a photo was a big deal.
But doesn't
taking a photo?
But
I guess we're saying similar
that
things.
almost make more sense that you could you had to process that
yeah. No, I can. I mean, obviously, it makes more.
Even that doesn't make sense.
Well, but obviously, if you're just thinking about it and you don't know the science behind digital cameras or whatever, certainly that would make more sense to you because you're thinking of things physically, not necessarily digitally or mechanically. So obviously, because you can see the process happening, that's the process that you would be more attracted to.
And I know when you said it's it's light. I understand that, but I don't I'm like, oh yeah, I get that, light, but how does it end up on my screen? Yeah.
Process.
I don't know
Smart
shit about
at
crap.
Yeah.
I just be
Yeah. I don't know. There's things that I do know about photography, not one of them. It does not make sense to me.
flick and forget.
Yeah. Just turn it off. Ignorance is bliss. Back to what I said.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. But you know what I heard recently?
What?
Kodak developed the digital camera in the 70s. And then they were like, we can't let this get out because if it does, nobody's going to buy film. So they hid it away. And then in the 90s, it came along and it did, in fact, wipe them out.
Yeah.
But if they had embraced it, they would still be a huge company. Now they have less than 100 employees or something.
I've watched a TikTok thread before that there was a guy at some point in time that invented an engine that ran solely off of just fresh water, and the government murdered him.
Oh yeah, he got poisoned.
Yeah.
This is real though, because that sounds
Yeah.
like a conspiracy. That sounds like a myth.
He definitely got murked. The dude that was working on it, but there was also some stuff after saying that the engine didn't really work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right,
but there's some truth to it. I don't know how deep it goes.
Yeah,
but
that's the
I
fact.
definitely I read about
If
that.
he was
too.
getting close,
You guys, now that we're on, I'll give you guys another conspiracy theory that I just saw on TikTok that is so dumb, but I'll throw it out there for you guys. Jimmy Butler is actually Michael Jordan's abandoned son.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like
You ever heard
this
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you heard this one?
I did. I saw it today.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I didn't buy it. I wasn't buying it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Jimmy Buckets is ugly.
Yeah, they were
They don't have
comparing
the-
their
they don't have-
faces,
they
and they're
don't
like,
have
look
it.
how similar they look. They don't look that similar. But also, I mean, James has a goatee, so he's got that long goatee.
Uh-huh.
So it's
They
tough to
definitely
tell.
do not have the same head shape though. They got very different head shapes.
Well, the basis of it was that.
they're just two different looking men.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say they don't have the same nose, they don't have the same eyes. They're just different people.
The basis of it was that Jimmy Butler's mom. Jimmy Butler was raised by his mom until he was 13. And when he was 13, his mom kicked him out of the house.
Right.
And then apparently Michael Jordan had an abandoned child that he knew about, but like abandoned it because of his family and his life, obviously. And he was paying off the woman that had the child, and he paid off the woman for 13 years. And it recently came out that the reason that Jimmy's mom actually kicked him out of the house was because the father of the child's, or she stopped getting the payments that the father was giving her. And that's why she kicked him out.
Damn.
So
the timeline adds up.
Coincidence?
But I have to assume that there's
The
more than
timeline
one
adds up.
child.
Oh, yeah, I was going
happened
to say.
with.
Oh, that too. And Michael Jordan probably has more than one child that happened with, too.
That would suck to not know your whole life that you were the offspring of Michael Jordan. That would be something that I would like to know up front.
Oh, yeah. I want
Yeah.
that to be one of my first notable memories.
Yeah. Let me get some of that shoe revenue, and I'm good. I'll stay out of the spotlight.
Just trying to
And
think
let me play the golf course, because he has his own private golf course.
trying to think of Michael Jordan's child support checks.
Not small.
Not small at all. That's hefty.
Yeah. I don't know how much they were getting paid back then, though. Like in the 80s.
Enough.
Yeah, I'm sure
Do you
still
think
a lot
so?
of. I mean,
Oh, he's
still
probably
a
making-
lot of money.
I mean, but when Michael Jordan
but not,
started playing in the
compared to
NBA,
today, no.
excuse me, the NBA was brand new.
Well, that's not true.
Well, kind of, because they just bought the ABA.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Like
'cause
it was new as
drafted
informed.
in
It was
84.
evolving. Like
Yeah.
it
Well,
wasn't-
that's the thing. He really was a huge part of the
Yes.
crux. That I mean, obviously, he was a superstar. Like he's the reason the league is what it is today. That's for
I mean,
sure.
he's probably getting more from endorsements than he was ever from his
Yeah.
NBA
big
paycheck
time.
anyway.
Big time.
Oh yeah, and his shoes are
Yeah.
the biggest example of that, I would guess.
Boy retired 15 years ago. I just got a pair of Jordans 2 days ago.
Yeah,
He's still taking my money.
yeah.
Bastard.
What are you gonna do? You retired.
And now it's going to
twice.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Now it's going to Jimmy Butler's mom. Well,
Yeah.
not anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
Been 13 years.
Not for the last
Yeah.
couple of years.
yeah.
What did that remind? Oh, when you talk about Kodak, did you ever see that video that Kanye said when he sees like that Lady Gaga's like a some kind of director for Kodak, the cameras? You never seen this video?
I don't. What does he say?
He goes, I like Gaga. I listen to some of her songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? And that's hilarious. That's
I
the
have
first
seen
thing I
that
thought of
video.
when you
That's,
brought up
That's
Kodak.
incredible.
Yeah.
Man, how many years ago was that video though? Because that was a while ago, and that's a good point. I'm gonna say that's a good point. That's also hilarious.
Again, you could say the same thing about all of us sitting here. We don't know shit,
I don't know
about,
shit
cameras.
about cameras.
And Andrew kind of knows shit about cameras, but he doesn't. Apparently, he doesn't know anything actually about cameras.
Yeah, I mean, I could try and go into it, but I think most of it would not be true.
Yeah, and
If
I
you
would
had
say-
all of the items, which I don't know what they are, would you be able to build one?
Jesus Christ.
The eyes said it all. You don't even have to respond.
Did you? There's a movie. It's called Spectra, I think, on Netflix.
Can't
It's a
say I've
Netflix
heard.
original. It's from like 2017, but it just kind of it was one of those movies that like randomly gets popular for like a week on Netflix. Not super
Oh, I hate
popular.
those. I never watch them.
See, I'm a big fan of the Netflix original, so I always give them a try. And this one was actually pretty good. But the basis of it is that the world is being taken over by, like, plasma humans, if that makes sense.
Nope.
So like
As opposed to
they're like energy, like it's the energy of a human, but it has no physical body.
Got it.
So like you
Damn.
can't do anything about it, and they just like fuck up. They
Ghosts.
start fucking up the whole world.
essentially
Kind of, but this is gonna ruin the movie. But they're not really ghosts because what they do, it was like this factory in like Russia, and they were literally taking people and like
Making them ghosts.
killing them, kind of, but like putting them in like hyperbaric chambers that's just like their like nervous system, right? So it's like all like, and then they like freeze them, and they actually like print with like plasma, like a ball of energy that takes the form of this nervous system that you can only see through like a specialized camera. Long story short, the scientist comes around and in the middle of a battle zone, rigs up a camera that is able to spot them, and the humans prevail.
Wow. I get cameras more than I get that whole.
At least
It's
we
not
got
worth
that.
watching
I do
the movie
understand
anymore.
cameras.
I feel
more
like I
than
just watched
understand
it.
guns.
I love it.
It's not worth
Yeah.
it if anybody was going to watch it. Sorry. But, yeah.
Spoiler. Well, you can't give a spoiler after the
No,
spoiler.
spoiler alert. That's the whole movie. But they can't get through ceramic. Like they
Like
can
tile?
go through walls and stuff.
Right.
But like things that are not organic,
Yeah.
things that are made of non-organic material, they can't get through because they are organic, right? So they can pass through organic things, right?
Anybody who can't get a movie made these days, you're not working
It's
hard
a
enough
good
on
movie.
your script, because like if they'll
No,
they'll make
listen. I
anything
did.
else.
I obviously.
Yeah.
I obviously made it sound dumber than it was for the point that I was making.
Gotcha.
If you like war/action movies, it's good sci-fi. It's a good movie. But I'm also excited for. Are you a Stranger Things guy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for the new season of Stranger Things. I think it's coming up because they started. There's a Domino's commercial now, and usually once there's a Domino, yeah, Domino's has a new app called the Mind Order app.
Okay.
Does it
And
read your
I
mind
am
when you want
pretty.
Domino's?
Well, that's the commercial is like
fuck.
you can order Domino's with your mind. I'm pretty sure that it's probably just uses like your phone's Face ID to like swipe your credit card to actually pay for your Domino's that you've typed in with your thumbs.
Oh, so you just stare at the phone as if
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah,
nose
ordering
is
it
gonna
with
bleeding?
your mind.
Okay,
I
got it.
thought it was like,
That's kind of funny.
it's like, this is the face you made before you ate Domino's. So whenever
Yeah.
you make this face into your phone,
Yeah.
you
We
will
know
have
you want
Domino's
Domino's.
will
sent
show
to your
up.
door.
Yeah, I'm sure they could do that too.
I mean, do you think that feels like it's definitely a potential avenue for like the future of commerce to go? Is like
You don't have to leave your house for
things
anything.
just know. Oh yeah, you definitely
I
you
ordered-
already don't have to leave
It's
your house for
awesome.
anything for sure. But
I ordered a lamp on Amazon yesterday.
if things like start coming to your house before you even order them, because but the thing is, it'll be accurate. Like you'll be like, oh, I did want a quesadilla.
How did I? Oh, yeah, because there's so many things you think about. You're like, oh, I need one of those, and then life just happens.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's crazy.
But as quickly as that, like.
I'm one of.
But then there's a point where like all that has to happen.
Then you
is
go
it just
broke.
has to get it. But I think that probably things will be. That'll just kind of be the economy. It's like you don't go to the grocery store and like you don't stock up on things. You literally are just buying every meal that you eat. Some people already do that.
yeah.
But like but for that to get widespread, it literally only has to be very accurate like once or twice. Because
true.
like
That's
imagine
true.
like let's say it came out tomorrow, right? Like our parents, they'd be like, what is this? This thing's going to bring me what I want, whatever. That doorbell rings and they're like, "Oh my god, a Domino's pizza?" Oh shit, this thing did. Huh. All right, I guess that's pretty
give it a
neat. I
chance.
guess that's pretty neat. And
The
then,
next four
and
times
then,
they could botch. Like, well, they got the Domino's right.
Yeah.
exactly.
It'll come around again.
and
soon.
then they got us. And then they
Yeah.
got us because convenience is the only thing that matters.
No, I'm on board. Well, I don't know.
But
I'm not
that
a
but
huge
then
fan of like the
you
whole.
get essentially
He said, "I want my mind. Nothing else. Nothing getting in here."
that's
Yeah.
the thing is eventually you just get so used to them bringing you things that you want that you don't even care if you want them anymore.
What you
You
just
Because then you don't
Trust-
even have to make the decision if you
What
want it or
you
not. It's
just-
just like it's here.
You trust that
And
to make
just so you
decisions
know,
more than you
what
trust
you
yourself.
just explained is the reason that there's people that legitimately wear tinfoil hats. You just explained that. You just took away all of humanity's free will
Yeah.
and put it into some type of computer system.
Wait.
You just invented the downfall of society. You know that, correct?
Yeah. It's what I do. It's what I do, baby.
said-
You're pumped.
and then-
That's
and
why
then
we
he
have the
goes
Cool
in.
Guy episode.
Yeah. So you're pumped about that. Nice.
With the cowboy hat.
But it is one of those things where when you really think about it, you're like, damn, I don't know how I feel about, my phone listening to everything I do. But when it's convenient, it's like,
Exactly.
thank God my phone was listening. I
Exactly.
knew I needed some red mulch, like anything.
Yeah.
My-
That's
one
true.
of my
That's
right.
good-
It ain't
It's
just
a
food.
very good example.
It's not
because
just
it's so
one of my good friends talks
whatever.
to his
So
phone
ordinary.
like it is a list of things that he needs. Like he'll sit there and talk into his phone. Like
Because then you'll see the ads for it.
yeah,
It'll
like
pop up.
I'll never forget. Like I walked into the living room one time and he's sitting there just saying to his phone, "I need white shoes." I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I don't feel like really shopping for shoes. So if I just tell my phone, I'll just get ads for white shoes. I'm like, that's fucked up, but it's also genius.
Does it work though?
He has like 8 pairs of white shoes now.
Boom.
Yeah.
It worked.
Might have worked a little too well.
That reminds me of the videos when it's like some girl's birthday's coming up and she just takes her man's phone real quick and she's like yelling everything she wants into it. She's like, please get ads to see this.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it's weird. It's interesting the way that actually works because
is that cookies?
Oh,
is that the dumbed down version of what the fuck cookies is?
I think that
it's got to be, right?
Fuck, I have no idea. I don't even know if I want to speak on this because I have no clue. It would all be speculation. But I think that cookies are part of it because cookies collect your data, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
My God, I feel so self-conscious being dressed like this, talking about things that I know nothing.
You look
about.
like you belong in Silicon Valley.
Listen, man,
you have a tech startup yet, Andrew? You should.
Boom, 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 boom.
You don't even. Andrew,
I got a new company.
Do you know how many
it's called
people
Blitzblop.
Do you know how many people
it's called
would
Blitzblop.
give you money?
We give homeless people roller skates.
Do you know how many people would invest money in you if you were dressed like that and you just said, I have a startup?
I have a startup. It's called Blitzblop. What we do
Doesn't even need a name or anything about it.
Yeah. Just
people believe in you.
Stop.
There's a line of people on the internet, a virtual line of people in the metaverse right now trying to buy your NFTs.
Nothing needs to be said after I have an idea with that look.
Yeah.
Any and all ideas.
What's that?
following.
Wax on, wax off? Is
wax
that
on, wax off, baby? Wax on, wax off.
Nice.
That's our motto. That's a company slogan is wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Tight.
I'm going to be opening a bunch of Pokemon cards.
I actually, speaking of cookies, like when a website asks me for cookies now, I'm like, no, don't touch my fucking cookies.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you click
Stay on my cookie jar.
like, no, you can't use my cookies, the website will be like, fine, you can't use my website.
I know,
That's
they're
true.
slimy
And I'm like,
bastards.
that seems a little scummy.
Right. But
So you either have access to my whole life or I can't Google
You
this.
either have my social security number
or
I can't order a Domino's pizza.
or I go elsewhere with my pizza.
And that's exactly how it happens, right? Because then you do click accept because because what are you going to do? You're going to go find another website? You're already on this website. That's
into
too much
taking
fucking
my
work.
cookies.
Yeah. But the way,
greedy bastards.
Now talking into your phone like your friend does or whatever, maybe that might actually work, but the way that ads kind of actually do happen is a little more interesting to me, I think. Right now, our phones are all in this room. We've got like 4 cell phones in this room.
They're bouncing.
They're all bouncing off of each other locationally and everything. There's a great example of this. Hopefully I can say this right. But so our aunt and uncle, they have a really interesting fire pit in their backyard. It's designed so that like it's supposed to not let any smoke blow out.
They're pretty
in front of
popular.
How the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a cool thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, every time they have somebody over, that person is going to ask about that fireplace. And that's going to register on the phone. So now, every time I go over there, we don't even have to talk about it. I will get ads for that fireplace on my
Locationally?
phone. Yes,
Like, locational
because
ads?
people know, because the thing is like, oh, what is this? And then they look it up, right?
Yeah,
They're like,
right.
oh, it's this model. Is this the one you have? Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe I'll order this for myself. So whatever is collecting this data, they know that, okay, there's this little spot where this one product is being searched a lot.
Yeah.
So we're just going to start sending it to people because presumably if they're in that location, they're going to want it.
Right, because if they bring it up, it's not going to be something that's not talked about because it's already being looked up. That's fucking
It's like
crazy.
whenever I walk into Andrew's house, boom, instant Pornhub ad. Like,
Tight.
yeah.
That I actually have to pay for a service to make that happen to people's phones.
Okay.
He said that's by design.
Yeah,
exactly.
So thank you.
Exactly.
I'm
It's
glad
an
my
experience.
I'm
I
glad my
want-
1999 is being well spent.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that entire concept. I love how just like we're sitting here talking about how cameras work, and then there's guys that are like sitting down, like putting the glasses up in their head, like really cracking, like typing it out, getting the numbers all together on how to market like that.
Yeah.
Marketing's absurd.
That's that artificial intelligence, baby.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
nuts.
That chippy cooking. Again, Andrew.
They got this huge thing together and they called it Cookies.
Yeah, cookies. Well,
Cookies, you know.
you want to know why? Because when you're like, can I have, when you see the word cookies, you're like, this seems pretty innocent. Like,
I mean,
I
I
like
think that's
cookies.
probably part
like,
of it. But like, you
well,
know,
they weren't going to
cookies
call.
have been around for so long. Like everything
I bet
was
you
named
it's an
weird
anagram.
stuff at the dawn of the internet. Really?
I bet you it
That's
stands
a
for
long
something.
anagram.
Yeah, because it's probably something crazy.
Computers.
They're not going to. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They're not going to.
I'm convinced.
They're not going to
Good
call it
start.
like mass data collector share. They're not going to be
Sure.
like, can we take some of your mass data
Sky-
collector
they're-
sharers?
Not gonna call
Yeah.
it Skynet.
Yeah.
Shout out to T2.
It's like, pudding? Question mark? I fuck with pudding.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. You can have some pudding. Bang.
Damn.
Do you hear these ads? This is gonna keep going. Do you hear these ads now that people are just selling people's houses? Like, have you heard? Do you guys listen to radio? Probably not. They're radio ads.
Wait.
There's
wait,
like a
people are selling other people's houses.
There's like a new form of like fraud where they're able to like get some type of your personal information off of the internet, and they like forge the documents to your house, and they'll like refinance your mortgage and like to get and take the money themselves, or go to the point of literally selling your house, and you don't realize your house is sold until like your house is sold and you don't own it anymore. Like you don't have valid papers for your house because somebody else created new ones.
And then you also don't have the finances that from selling the house?
Yes. No, you don't.
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
You're just out of house.
I was going to say, if someone sold my house, but it ended up in my bank
And
account, like, all right, I'll be
yeah.
all right. But no, you
Yeah.
get the shit out of
That
the
would
stick.
be. Can you imagine that?
That would not
that
be like
hacker,
a great,
Like
like
that-
accidentally
Someone
sold
botches it, but then you get the
Like
money.
Yeah,
this guy
actually
is
sold
like-
your house for, and he didn't even take like his like 3% that a
No.
realtor would take.
He
Yeah.
just sees $200,000. He puts it into your bank account. And goes,
Got him.
fuck this guy.
They're never going to catch me.
Now he's got to
Goddamn,
go buy
that's
a
so
new
funny.
house.
That's like that
But
guy
there's
on New
the-
Girl who
yeah.
puts a feather in the shoe.
The reason
As a
that
prank.
I hear that now is because there's always these radio ads for this new company. No free ads, but I think it's called Home Blocker or something like that. God bless
Oh,
you.
Thank you.
And that's like their thing. They're like, we monitor the web 24/7, protecting your home's documents.
Liar.
And it's like a subscription that you pay for. That's what I said. I said I think they're the ones stealing people's houses.
Full of shit.
Because
Right, they're the only ones
they're
capable.
because literally in their commercial, they're like, and here's an interview from a real life like home scammer or something, and he's like, it's so easy. He's like, by the time you know your house is gone, like I'm already gone with it or something like that. It's like the worst
So
thing.
easy a
The
caveman
worst
could
thing
do
that
it.
the worst thing that could happen to us is being caught in the act, and that's what Home Blocker does. I don't
I
want
hate
my,
commercials.
yeah, I don't want.
I
my,
was just thinking that today, man. I'm done with
don't-
commercials. I watch commercials. There's one day out of the week that I watch commercials,
What
and
day?
it's because it's Sunday because I watch The Simpsons and it's new.
Okay,
and
that's
like,
fair.
look, sometimes those episodes are not even great, and I love The Simpsons to this day,
it's falling off.
of course. But that's like. But I also get so angry
I feel like
when
their
people say
humor's
stuff
not
like
dark
that.
enough anymore. Is the problem?
I mean, maybe,
Different
but there's it's all different. They definitely are like trying to
They're
move
more
away
PC?
from that. Yeah, they're PC, but it's interesting what they're. I mean, I could talk about The Sims for a
No,
long
we don't
time.
need
We don't have to get into it, but like, but
That's all right.
What do you understand better, The Simpsons or Cookies?
oh, The
Yes.
Simpsons 100%. Are you kidding me? I
fair.
talk about The Simpsons all day. I can talk about cookies. That's it. That's all I can
That's
say
it. That
about
was the end of
cookies. That's the whole thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But that, because the caveman thing, that old Geico commercial.
Uh huh.
Did you know that they made a TV show that was
Was-
about those cavemen, like from the Geico commercial? It was gonna be a TV show that was what is that fucking word? I don't know. A TV show based on those commercials.
You were looking for the word based?
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of a lot of different words, but they made a TV show based on those commercials. I think it might have actually aired a couple of episodes. Nick Kroll was in it. This was a long time ago.
Nick Kroll.
Yeah. You'd recognize him.
Is that the...
He's from Big Mouth and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah,
Nick Kroll.
yeah.
Yeah. He's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. But
Shows no... Have you watched the episodes?
fuck no, I don't even know if you can find him anywhere.
You probably
I don't know
find
why
him
you
on the
would
internet.
want to.
Oh, did you... What day is it today?
Wednesday.
Oh, I think it comes out tomorrow.
The 20th. What?
What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking anything.
You said the 20th.
Isn't that what today is? Today's the 20th?
18th.
No, today's
18th?
18th.
Oh, shit.
I think tomorrow, well, I guess so today when this episode airs, Shoresy comes out in the U.S. It already came out in Canada.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever watch
'Cause it's on
Letterkenny?
Crave.
That shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's on Crave now, which is like the Canadian streaming service, but it comes out on Hulu, I believe, tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That show, I think, is going to be funny. They released some like super long clip a couple like last week or something.
Of
That was
Shoresy?
pretty- Yeah.
Shout out.
That was
All right.
solid. But that spin-offs are the only successful spin-off I can think of is Frasier. Because that show I've never watched that show, but it was on for like a long time in the 90s. Like that was big. And that was technically a spin-off of Cheers. But like Friends had a spin-off, Joey, right?
He had
That
his
crashed
own
and
show?
burned. Yeah, he had his own show for one season.
Probably because he didn't live in the apartment.
No, it was him moving to Los Angeles
Sounds
and
shitty.
like being an actor. Well, America agreed because it did not.
What
it did not
about
last.
NCIS Los Angeles and New Orleans and Hawaii?
That's true. That's
Are those spin-offs? Or is that just
of original NCIS.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it like carries like a character like there's
Well, a lot of times to
There's
start
integration.
like
Oh yeah,
a lot. Yeah.
I love the way they do that. There'll be like some kind of the regular NCIS guys will like either chase a killer to Los Angeles or something, and then these guys we're the local agency, and
We're
then
the Los
at
Angeles
the
branch.
they'll like work together to catch the killer, and then they'll like shake hands and be like, I can't wait to see what other adventures you guys get into,
yeah.
and then it's like new series.
Is
Welcome
it-
to the curio
What
shop.
NCIS is it where it's the blonde dude with the shades that I should be wearing right now?
That was CSI Miami, I think.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the what's his name?
Oh, he's got a cool name.
He
I
does
can't
have.
remember
It's not
what
like
it
is it with an H.
Han
yeah,
Solo.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's
Nailed
Han
it.
Solo.
Yeah.
It's like
Horatio.
it's something.
Wait,
yeah,
is it
yeah.
Horatio Kane or am I
It's
tripping?
something
balls?
like,
Horatio-
I think that's close.
Someone
I
do
think
it.
that's close. So
Someone
I don't
do
my
it.
my phone's
Is it
over there. I don't
Horatio?
want to touch it.
I don't know why.
It's
I feel like I'm
something like that.
bugging.
It's
I
something
got
cool.
you. I got you.
CSI.
You're quicker than I am. I
Yeah,
guess
that
I'll
show
put
is
my-
pretty big.
I know.
Shit
No,
down.
this means a lot to me. I think. I haven't decided yet.
If it's Horatio, I'll be excited for you.
We're all gonna get ads for the
Oh,
box
don't show me
set
his
of
real name,
CSI
you
Miami.
whores.
What is his real name?
Not cool.
David
not as cool as-
Caruso.
Yeah,
not as cool.
that's
as
the name I
Horatio.
was thinking of.
I think it's Horatio Kane, which is awesome.
That's a cool guy.
Horatio
That's
Kane.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
dope.
Did
Good
you
for
watch CSI Miami?
I loved it. I loved it.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice. Cool.
Lot of-
But yeah, no, that's the best NCIS. I think. Well, it's also the only one I've ever watched. So I
No,
don't really
that's
have much.
CSI.
That's
different
That's
show.
two different
Wait, yeah, I'm
things, man.
tripping. Oh wait, what's NCIS?
NCIS is with Jethro Gibbs.
Special Agent Jethro Gibbs.
NCIS is the show to watch.
Oh, that's not CSI. Not even a
No,
little bit.
No.
Well,
NCIS is the
They were both on
Naval
CBS,
Criminal
though.
Investigation Service.
Is that really what it stands for?
CSI is the crime scene
Investigation.
investigation.
Man, I took a CSI class in high school, and it was bullshit. We watched the movie Backdraft, which is about like an arsonist. Stars one of the Baldwin brothers, and that was like that whole class.
So, do you think that
It was
if
a
you
huge
had
waste
to,
of time.
you could catch
was
an
fun.
arsonist?
Oh, you know what?
Where would you start?
I'll tell you where I
how
would
do
start.
people find where fires started in a fucking
They're
house?
Smart. They're like the people that invented cameras. Yeah.
Go though. Go though.
Yeah.
That
I'll
was a
tell
good
you where- I'll
question.
tell you where I would
It
start.
Stressed me out to even think about it.
The outlets, the
Yeah.
electrical outlets.
Well,
That's where. That's where
no,
you gotta check.
you have to. Well, so let me give. Listen, I don't know much about starting.
Okay.
Well, I don't know much about solving how a fire started.
Starting a fire pretty easy.
But
may
you look
just
for
be
a few different things.
humble crime.
You have to feel the soot with 3 fingers.
Yeah, you have to taste it.
You know, is there any gasoline involved in there?
Okay.
For sure.
You know, and then you're definitely going to want to look, you know, at the outlets, the electrical wires, any, you know, machinery that was plugged in, washers and dryers, stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
If you haven't figured it out by then you got to start sorting crime scene, right? You got to start seeing, because I think they can figure out where it started based off of how it looks. Like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It is honestly incredible the things they can figure out. There was this one also. So that whole
But
class
this
was
is
just watching.
this. You have to do this.
This
If
is
you-
where it all starts.
Yeah.
This is where it
all
all starts.
starts.
If you don't do
If you skip that step,
yeah, you'll
you're-
never
you're
figure it
fried.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you failed the test. You fail the field test to become an investigator if you don't do that. That's the first thing they look for.
With any
It's like
substance
checking
that
your
you
mirrors
find.
when you get in the car.
Yeah.
But again, that whole class was just watching the show Forensic Files, and there was this one episode where this guy, this like serial killer, his thing was he would late at night he'd like purposefully rear end somebody so that they would like pull over to like exchange information, and then of course he'd like get them. But he would leave like the victim's cars there, right? So they found out who this guy was by finding the make and model of the car. The way they did that was they looked. That's part of it, but it's even more so. They would look where the victim's car was rear-ended. They would find the dent, figure out like the height of the dent, the shape. And obviously, if there was paint left over, that's a huge part of it as well. But just by like measuring the height of the dent, they could tell what kind of car it was, narrow it down, and then find the guy, which is wild.
That's why you just gotta like change your tires.
Yeah, that's not a good.
Yeah,
that's bad for the wallet. That's
Yeah.
a lot of car fixing up.
Was he fixing his bumper every single time?
I bet you he wasn't. I don't know.
But then that would have been how you spot him.
He got sloppy.
Oh,
He
this
got
dude
sloppy.
looks like
That's
he's
how he
hit
got caught.
14 cars in the past 2 weeks. I wonder what he's up to.
Yeah.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, this is gonna be a fun question. So you know how you were just saying if you had to like walk in and figure out how to solve a fire or figure out how that happened, what do you think if you had to like step into like a profession like tomorrow and you had to fool fucking everybody that you actually don't necessarily know much about it, but you think that you'd be able to fool everybody? What's a fun profession you think you could jump in tomorrow and really fool those motherfuckers?
Podcasting. I have them all fooled.
Good one. Next. No,
I think any job that's like not in the medical field, like if you're walking into an office, like any business,
Yeah.
like you could fit in.
So you don't think
Insurance.
Okay, so since
Like-
you said not that, say tomorrow someone woke you up and they said, "Bitch, you have to go pretend to be a nurse today, or I kill you." If you had to go be a nurse tomorrow.
I could do that.
You think you could do it?
I've watched so much Grey's Anatomy.
See, and that's
Like-
why I watched Forensic Files. That's why you thought it was going to waste. Though you thought the class was a waste.
like the
You think
No,
you nail
here's
it?
the thing is, no, I would not nail it. But I don't think,
a lot of people would die.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted.
like, because I would just make it look like I was doing something until nobody was watching, and then I would simply just like hide in the shadows and do nothing.
Be like, did you
Or
connect
like
this?
every
Yeah.
like
I did.
every
I did do
time
that.
somebody like, especially being a nurse like in a hospital, every time somebody was prepared to like question me on something,
Yeah.
I would always be in a hurry to the next place. I'd be like, I like,
Right.
people dying everywhere. Like, I can't have this conversation right now. Figure it out yourself. And I'd run away. And I'd leave the mess with them.
I guess the point was because obviously you wouldn't nail the job.
I would not nail it. But I
Right,
I
because
could
like
fit in.
that's an important profession. People are very good at. But I feel like fooling people sometimes and making it, if you're like confident enough in whatever the fuck you're doing, someone's just gonna believe that.
And if you,
you're awesome at it.
If you just talk to people like you know them,
Right,
Too.
yeah.
Like I would be like, maybe not cracking like crazy jokes depending on the scenario, but if you're just like if you're just being personable, like
They're like,
acting
"Oh,
like
you're
nothing's up.
And then you're like, "Oh, see, like I have a question. Oh, you ask your doctor for sure." And then like you just head out. They're like,
And
"That was a
exactly,
cool listener."
and I feel
cool.
like people in
That's the
hospitals, I
coolest
feel
nerd
like
I've ever
there's
seen. Where are my Percocets?
yeah.
That boy had a Tim Biebs hat on. He had a fucking
I feel like hospitals too, like
pulled Altoids
Yeah.
out of his
yeah. He's like, you want some Percocets? Yeah.
He's not get to stop at Rite Aid. That boy had him in his
Dump
his
out
fanny
all
pack.
the Altoids.
Yeah. I feel like
Ugh.
I feel like too in hospitals specifically, there's so many people that like 80% of the time you're working with somebody else that's not doing exactly what you do. You don't know who that person is.
That's true. There's a lot of intangibles.
Yeah. And there's constant turnover. There are like
Like,
traveling
that would
nurses
be-
and stuff as
That
well.
would be the tough part of like going into an office is like how many people are in on it. Because like you wouldn't have a desk. Like
Right.
eventually someone would be like,
You know what though?
Hey,
I think a lot of those places do have like free real estate as far as desks are concerned.
Yeah, but-
like you can set up shop somewhere. You can
but
find.
like
you can
they
find a
also
place.
have,
but you can
like,
also be
managers
like, oh,
and
nobody's
stuff.
given me a desk yet, and then be like, oh, we'll find.
yeah,
you a
but then
desk.
they're
You
gonna be like,
got
oh, I
desk.
didn't know. No, see, that's the worst thing you can do is say like, hey, I'm new here. I don't have anything. Because then they're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know we had a new employee started like working today. Like, let's get you figured out. Like, let's get all your
But
information.
it all
No packets.
depends on who you. It all depends on who that person is that you're talking to, though. Because if it's an HR person, then sure, they're like, oh, we didn't get your stuff. But if it's just like, if you're working at a place with a lot of people, and maybe this is just like your direct manager. This is not the boss of bosses. This is your direct manager. Hold on. And then you go up to them and say that stuff. They'll be like, oh, geez, I got so much shit to do, blah, blah, blah. Like, and you can say, like, I came from HR. They told me just to come talk to you. Like, I don't have a desk or anything. Like, they just got me set up all my information.
See, I just don't. Maybe if you're at like a big like call center.
Sure.
Call center, you could walk in, sit down, and just start calling.
Oh,
Nobody would
absolutely.
even second guess
But
it.
you just gotta, all we're talking about here is Catch Me If You Can with DiCaprio.
Yeah,
and
true.
I don't know what. And Epstein, that's what he did. He like lied that he had a college degree. Never had a college degree. He got a job on Wall Street, and that was just nasty at it.
Yeah.
And then finessed all these people into financing their money, and then he was just taking it all. But it all stemmed from lying, saying he had a college degree, and then being able to finesse rich people.
Now that
I'm
guy-
surprised he would do that. He was pretty, class act of a guy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he would lie
Yeah.
about having a college degree.
real solid across the board. But when it comes to
He graduated
There's
fifth
some-
grade. He was like, it's not going to get better than
Yeah,
this.
there's some clickbait for you.
that's just crazy. Confidence, man.
It gets,
Tomfoolery.
yeah. That's all you got to, There is, that's something that's,
I will say,
I wonder how difficult that's actually would be to do now. Because obviously,
there's too much. You couldn't do it.
That's
now.
the thing. It'd be it's so much more difficult, but it can't be impossible.
Well,
There
because
has to be a
now,
way.
LinkedIn alone has ruined the ability to do that because
True.
everybody.
How come you have no connections from your
Exactly.
From your,
how come nobody that you know, or even then, somebody that you would run into probably has a connection to you that you don't even know about, and they're like, oh, like so and so, he just started working at me, and they're like, who? And they're like, oh, he
Never heard of him.
he graduated in your program, and it's like, no, he fucking didn't, bitch.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn
LinkedIn's
ruined your
hilarious.
ability to create, or I mean, this would get really elaborate, but you could create like your own universe of LinkedIn profiles
Sure. But
that are all just surface profiles, and
the thing is, though, when you are, nobody assumes that they're in a catch me if you can
No.
situation. Nobody
Right.
is assuming that you're sitting across from DiCaprio in that movie being scammed. So I think even with LinkedIn, because you can get connections on LinkedIn super easy. There are so many people on LinkedIn
Yeah.
that like, okay, you
No, but-
add,
but I don't
boom,
think
boom,
it's
Yeah,
boom,
just
boom.
LinkedIn's like
connection.
Facebook when we were 15. It was like the more connections I have, the merrier. Send it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if somebody you knew from your past, chances are you probably didn't know them well, because if you're doing this kind of thing, you don't have too many connections. So even if somebody from your past happens across that page, they're just going to assume that you look a lot like a guy
No, you're
that
not
they used
worried.
to know.
No, you're not worried about people that actually know you figuring out. You're like, the flaw would be that the people that don't know. I agree that nobody's assuming they're getting conned, but at the same time, I think if you're like applying for a job that requires a high level degree, and it's like, I think they're gonna figure out pretty quickly that you don't have a degree.
Just based on your work?
No,
Once you
just
get the
based
job?
like, I mean, there's screening processes that
Okay.
go. I mean, obviously not here because like look at the people we hire, but like at the same time, like some places care about their workplace and who spends time in it.
So you'd have to fake, but you would have to fake all that stuff before going into the situation. That would be something that you would do, though.
Well, I agree. So if you look at it from like a Neil Caffrey perspective,
Obviously, I was
like
waiting
you
for
would
you to bring him
have
up.
obviously you would have dotted your I's and crossed your T's and created this backstory and this network of people who you could surround yourself with that half probably are on it. Half of them probably don't even know you're faking it, but since they don't know, it makes it even better for you because then you can have them cross paths with the people that, you know, you're lying to, and since you've already lied to them and they've already bought it, they can reassure the new target mark that you're legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
In a mix with the people that already know, like, that are on board with your lie.
Sure.
You ever watched White Collar?
Can't say I have.
Oh, there's
Very good show.
that's a great show.
USA had some good shows back then.
Yep.
Even Burn Notice was solid. Not a lot
Yeah,
of
I
people watch
rewatched.
that
I
show.
rewatched Burn Notice. I tried to not too long ago.
How many
The
seasons
guy-
was
Was Bones a
Not
USA?
lot.
No, Bones was Fox.
Yeah.
Bones was
Bones
straight
is a
up
good
network.
show. Castle was also.
Castle was ABC.
Castle's a good show.
This is my wheelhouse right here.
Yeah, damn.
This is what
I bet, let's just
Yeah.
play a game.
Every-
Throw
every-
out a
every
show.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why games like that don't work.
Damn. I mean, I had to use my brain. Damn it.
I was thinking hard of a show.
But Bones, man,
shit.
David Boreanaz. I talk about him.
The
I've
Vampire
talked about him a
Diaries.
ton. The Vampire Diaries was CW. Everybody knows that.
Ooh, was Monk CW too?
Monk was
was
USA.
USA. Yeah.
Which Monk fucking
Everybody
rules.
knows what
Oh,
Monk
Monk
was. Yeah.
ruled 100%.
That show is so fucking good. I was watching it with my fiance. She'd never seen it before, and I started watching it, and she started watching with me. So we went through the whole thing,
Yeah.
and there were times watching that show where I would just get so angry because I'm like, if I ever find the bastards that killed Trudy Monk, I swear to fucking God, like no,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're emotionally
okay, but-
invested.
oh, so God damn it.
Let me
Tony
play a little.
Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub
Let me play a
is
little
so fucking good.
devil's advocate for you.
If you say something bad about Monk,
No,
this could
but
be,
if
this could be bad.
if Monk's wife was never murdered, you would never have Monk.
That is not true because Monk was already. I mean, that's
You wouldn't have the Monk that you
wouldn't
know
have the
and
TV
love.
show Monk, but he'd be happy, Matthew.
But
and
he
he would
would-
still, and that's what matters.
No, but
But
he
he'd be
didn't
happy,
have
Matthew.
he didn't have the OCD like that.
Yes, he did.
Not like that.
buddy.
He had OCD, but not like that.
Oh my God, are you gonna try and test me
Yes!
on Monk lore? Are you
Yes,
gonna
I
Place
try?
on
am.
fire.
Dude.
He's about to start this plate. He's about to burn this
Yeah.
bitch down.
Yeah. You're already testing. Yeah.
If you're gonna test me on Monk lore, Monk was so fucked up, and then he met Trudy in college, and he still had it, but her presence reduced that.
Okay,
a little bit.
so-
and then
so-
obviously when she was murdered, it
so-
went back to its
so-
original state.
so-
And
It
probably
went off the
worse.
deep
So
end. Yeah,
you
definitely.
just confirmed what I just said is when he was with Trudy, he didn't have OCD that bad.
He still had it, but he was able to cope better
Yeah.
because he had Trudy with him.
You're just still proving my point. You
I
wouldn't
see.
have the Monk.
I get how we're kind of saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, yeah, because it's all
that.
the character development. It's
But
like
it's
saying
still
in Breaking
different a
Bad,
little
if
Walter
if
White
Man's-
never started selling drugs.
Well, if he never got cancer, he
Right.
would never be Trap Lord McGahee.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Monk was still an excellent detective, and he still
No,
had all
yeah.
of those. He still had OCD and those things, but he was still able to have a somewhat normal personal life with R.I.P. Trudy Monk.
Does
Oh my
it
God.
bother you that if you were in the Monk universe, Adrian Monk would not like you at all?
You know, I mean, you could ask that question about anybody in any situation. Like,
Why
look,
wouldn't he like him?
Monk wouldn't like you. You know
don't
Monk
think so?
wouldn't like you.
I'd be very.
Moment of silence.
Monk would think you were a dick.
I mean, maybe, but like, I guess it depends on how we're interacting with each other.
If we had those things that got popular like right when we were kind of around middle school probably.
Tamagotchi.
No. Where you would like take like a book and you would like copy and paste the whole book into it, and then it would come out with that picture of all the words all over the place, and like the words that were
Oh,
said the
word.
most were the biggest.
A word map.
A word map. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Kinda.
Like,
I'm seeing
it
it.
would
I've
have,
never
like-
performed in.
Neither
such
have
the
I,
act.
but that's
Oh,
how
okay.
you made. That's how people make. It would have like all the words would be like on the paper and all like going up, down, sideways, left, right, and then the ones that got used the most would be big. Like depending on how often they appeared in whatever you put in, they would be bigger versus smaller.
Think about one of those with your own vocabulary.
So that's what I was about to say. If we did that with the podcast, Monk would be
Huge.
the table size.
Monk would be pretty big.
Yeah, Monk would be table size.
I talk about that man forever.
Between that and The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, we don't talk about that much.
No, which one could you talk about more?
Oh man,
Well, The Simpsons, there's more
there's
to
so
talk
much.
about.
That's
It's
fair.
been on for a million years.
That's fair.
A million.
I mean, close to it. And in
1
TV
million
years,
years.
like it's. I mean, it's been on for. I think this is like 30.
Everybody loves
seasons
Raymond
or something. Oh fuck, that is an interesting one.
Oh, I thought you were
Everybody
gonna
Loves
name. I
Raymond.
thought he was gonna name.
That's
that.
what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Everybody Loves Raymond. We're gonna have to look this one up because I'm not super confident in
I know
the
what it
answer,
is.
but I'm gonna say NBC.
Nope.
Is it Fox?
Nope.
It's not CBS.
Wait, so there are only 6?
I'm gonna say networks. You got ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. Those are like the 4 broadcast networks. That's like basic TV. Like
Yeah.
if you that's what you get.
Everybody
And those
Hates
have been
Chris.
around. Everybody Hates Chris was NBC,
You said
I
love.
think.
That was real
But
lazy.
fair.
That was lazy of me.
So here's an interesting thing. It says that the network was CBS, but it's on Peacock, not Paramount Plus, which makes me believe it's NBC.
Interesting, because I thought it was NBC.
I don't know shit about
But
crap.
it says network CBS. First episode date aired May 16, 2005. No, final. Sorry. First was
Yeah, I was gonna.
September 13th, 1996.
Mm.
What about King of Queens? Is that
That's
the
what I
same?
was just thinking.
Yeah, 'cause I think they're the same
they're
channel.
in the same
'Cause
universe.
yeah.
I think
Well, they have the same
cross over a
dad.
little bit.
You're not my
I know,
dad.
but he's
No,
all
no.
I just imagine him being every single sitcom from that time.
Got
frame.
you. The dad on Everybody Loves Raymond. That guy, I can't believe I can't remember his I can never remember his name, but he was Frankenstein, young Frankenstein. That
James
guy
Taylor.
actually, James Taylor. He's actually got an interesting story. But he was George Harrison's bodyguard, and then he saved his life or something, and Mel Brooks was looking for, he was doing this new movie, and George Harrison was like, you have to look at this guy, he has to play Frankenstein in this comedy you're doing, he can do it. And that started his acting career. He was also in Taxi Driver, though.
When you said
What
George
is that guy's
Harrison,
name? Yeah.
I first thought of Harrison Ford, and I was like, wait a minute, who is that? I started thinking about Indiana Jones.
I love
like,
the mind.
why did he
It's a
need a
beautiful place.
bodyguard? He was also
Right,
yeah.
because he's just always ready.
tied back into Han Solo. Still had Han Solo on the brain.
They're making a new Indiana
Space
Jones
pirate.
movie that I think might have already started filming, and he's still doing it.
Yeah, I
That
know.
last one.
Impressive.
Well, I know how much
Last
you
one
liked
was
the
so
fourth
bad.
one, so
It doesn't even exist as far as I'm concerned. That movie stunk. They're
the
just bad.
The Crystal
just
Skull, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. You didn't think that was good?
Bad. Don't fuck with me, man.
I'm not.
Don't mess around. Don't mess around.
I'm asking a serious
I
question.
remember how excited I was because remember for Christmas the year that movie was coming out, we got the box set of all 3
Yeah.
Indiana Jones movies.
Do you still have that, or did that end up in boxes?
No, that's gone. But also, like, one of the discs was
Maybe I have it.
messed up. Maybe. But I remember trying to watch, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it was all...
They're all on Netflix now, aren't they?
Did you put in rice?
True. If it fixes cameras, it could fix your DVD.
Did you plug it in and unplug it again?
Yeah. Power it down. Yep. Which, by the way, you want to know what broke that, like, has scientific... You know how they say woodpeckers have scientifically proven concussions wrong? I don't know if you've ever heard that statement.
What? No,
No.
can't say I've heard.
Okay.
But now that you're bringing it up, I can see why.
That's the
Not
dumbest thing
concussions,
I've
but
ever
CTE.
heard.
Wait, I feel like-
They said they well, it's obvious they figured it out since, but was at one point in time
Oh,
a
I
theory that
see.
was like CTE can't exist. Look at woodpeckers.
Right.
But they're like,
Yeah.
that's like the only thing they.
Yeah, that's
Exist.
They've
for it.
evolved to,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do that.
they-
yeah,
yeah,
okay.
they did,
yeah.
yeah.
Word, yeah.
So really, if we start hitting our heads hard enough, we could evolve also.
That'd take
That'll take a lot of head hits
It would
and a
take
lot of years.
thousands of
Generations.
years. It'd take thousands of years
Yeah.
to do that.
And people would be better off for it, Andrew. You're selfish
Would
for
they?
only looking at your, right now.
Would they be, though?
No, we'd probably kill ourselves before then.
They probably be, because people just would be dumber. Like maybe they would be less.
Are you calling woodpeckers dumb?
I don't know. I don't know how smart woodpeckers are.
But this has nothing to do with what I was going to say. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Nice.
Woodpeckers and concussions. What else
we
ties
know that's
in
got
like
nothing
that?
to do with it.
Matt has CTE.
Maybe
Do
a
you
touch.
think you do?
Maybe a touch.
How far off?
It's.
Do you think you?
I mean, to even have a little bit, it does not take much.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's totally possible that a lot of people have very, very little CTE.
I say this all the time. Fuck, dude. I was going to... That was the perfect comparison to help me describe what I was going to say. What were we talking about before that?
Rosie O'Donnell.
No, we were not.
Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
We were talking
Putting
about
it in
Indiana
rice.
Jones.
Yeah.
Putting it in rice.
Did I do it?
Yes, you did.
My God.
Golf clap.
Put
You
your
know,
brain
like
in
the
rice?
turn it on and turn it back off again thing?
Yeah.
Or that's actually really not the theory that I'm working towards here, but it's like how you're supposed to turn things off if you leave things running forever. Like they won't work. Like, you know what I mean? They won't work. Not GameCubes. You could leave a GameCube running for 30 plus years.
Oh my God.
And when you flicked back to that fucking
Input.
AV1 input, it would still be in the loading screen of where
Hold
you
on.
paused it.
But you guys, when the GameCube was doing its cube, you were spamming all the buttons so it would twist, right?
Yeah, doing some weird shit.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't do that, I was leaving.
There's some other
If I
stuff
was hanging
you
out
can
with
do
my
too.
boy
There's,
and you
there's,
were-
a, there's a good amount. Yeah, Z. There's a Z button.
Yeah, you would spam it,
Yeah.
because you would just cube it, but it would like spin and cube it. And I was
And
like,
it made
oh,
a
it's gonna
different sound. It made the Mario noise actually. Is what it did.
Oh, I fucking love
Yeah.
GameCube.
There's a few other little tricks of the trade with GameCube because like if you turn your GameCube on without a disc in it, it brings you to like this little box. You ever
Yeah.
seen that?
Yeah.
Like, and you can like flip around. You can look at your memory cards and stuff. There's some tricks of the trade with that too. I don't remember. I haven't fired it up in a
Do
while.
you still have your GameCube?
Oh yeah.
Oh, same.
I mean during like the peak pandemic, like when COVID first started, like that summer, not even that summer, like into that fall, we'll say that fall, I was playing a ridiculous amount of GameCube. Like I was playing Mario Party 5 almost every single night.
Oh, dude, between that and Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, they're coming out with new.
Is it Super Monkey
They're
Ball?
coming out with the new Strikers.
Really?
For the Switch. Yeah.
The Switch was a great addition to the video game world.
Yeah, I like the
the
Switch a
thing
lot.
honestly
I
worked
play
very
I
well
play a
for them.
lot of Mario Kart on the Switch.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Mario Kart.
I did
or Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I've
That's a
never,
banger.
Well, I've never actually. I don't think I've ever played it on the Switch.
It's so fun.
The thing is, it's not my Switch. Yeah. So,
Mm.
but I did get gifted a game for said Switch that I play, and it's that Mario Super Golf game, and it's fucking sick. But I've only played it one time because I got it like the week before my life just became the busiest it's ever been. This was like, almost a year ago now, and I've played it one time.
Damn.
Do you play it the way you play Wii Golf, where you like
No.
swing it and you just buttons?
You could, but I've never even played it with anybody else. Like that's the whole thing is you're able to play like, where like you're playing like 18 holes and you can like beat each other up and like you run. But they have the most intense campaign that I've ever played in a game in that game.
And it's a golf game?
It's unreal. Like you gotta like, you wake up in your bedroom and you gotta like, go to the range and like play training rounds, and then like you have to be you can go do your shit in the town throughout the day, but then you have to be back to bed and put yourself to sleep by a certain time so you can get rest so you can play well in like your tournament round the next day. It's very intense. It's very intense.
That's cool.
And like you level, like you get new clubs, you get sponsors, you get a bunch of cool shit.
Badass.
But it's all like Mario version of that, so it's cool, not
Right.
yeah, like real. It's I don't know. What the word
I would
is.
hang out with Mario and Luigi. They seem like a cool lads.
Yeah, I've kind of always
super
felt,
high energy though.
I've kind of always felt that Luigi was kind of a bitch.
You think he's soft?
Oh my god, yeah. I just
Yeah,
think
he's
like
kind of soft.
if you're Luigi,
He's Robin.
this is gonna sound mean. Yeah,
Oh,
well,
he's
this
got-
is
yeah, right.
This is gonna sound mean, but if you're Luigi, how do you get like alphaed by Mario? You're like 12. You're like an entire foot taller than him.
There's a lot more to it than that, man. I
Yeah.
mean, they're brothers. We don't
Well,
know
I
what
know,
their childhood
but
was like.
that's what I mean. So then it's like, okay, well, obviously you got some type of personality where you're just like you're not. It's not you.
I think it's like Mickey Mouse and Goofy. Like Mickey Mouse could bitch Goofy.
That's true.
It's
Goofy
It's just main character vibes.
Goofy needs a little help though. Like
Yeah, he
Goofy.
loves
Yeah,
Goofy.
but yeah, I don't know. Disney characters are tough. They all fill their own role.
Yeah.
I would
Dude.
actually put Minnie as a superior Mickey Mouse or
Oh,
Disney
sure.
World
Well,
character.
you
Of
know,
course.
Yeah, that's the way
Like
it goes.
Minnie's
She's running
top
it.
ends. Yeah,
Dude, those
she's-
new Disney movies in the last 3 years, the craziest things of all time. They're so good.
Yeah, see, I protest Disney movies now because we're still waiting for the important one to come out.
Which one's that?
National Treasure 3.
Oh, when's that? Is that like a thing? Is that
No.
like supposed to?
They canceled it a
shelved it.
couple. There's a script.
What the fuck?
They locked it up.
Why?
Because Moana
don't
made
know.
too much money.
Is that like conspiracy or is that accurate?
Oh, really?
Is that like a thing?
They were making too much money off of their animated
stuff.
like,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
films, so it wasn't worth it for them to put out to make National
Yeah,
Treasure
that makes
3.
sense.
Damn.
Scumbags.
Yeah, we know where that script is, and we're coming for it.
We'll find it.
We're gonna
So
find
you're gonna make your own National Treasure movie, and the National Treasure is the script for the movie National Treasure 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our plan.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a little sad that you
You
were able to
guessed
figure
it?
that out so easily. Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, all the pieces are
Hey.
there, man.
Yeah.
It adds up.
Yeah. Shout out to Stin. Him and I are. Yeah. He was actually the one I was talking to when that idea.
I love that.
came to
Love Stin.
fruition. Yeah.
that's funny.
Shout out.
Is that a Brookhaven koozie?
Mm-hmm.
That is.
They gave these to
Solid.
us the
Yeah.
last time Chris and Cody were here.
Solid.
Yeah.
Those guys are they're just fun dudes. I love them.
100%. I was just with them the other day. We were tracking our song for their album.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know if that's... Sorry, was I not supposed to? I don't know,
I
but
don't
yeah.
know. I feel like they mentioned something
out
about
now.
it.
Cat's out the bag.
Yeah.
No, but... Yeah, no, they're awesome. I went golfing with... Churros, we talk about golf? Churro's a nasty golfer.
Churro's sneaky good at a lot of things.
Dude,
Yeah, that
what
guy.
the fuck?
Yeah, he's a talented
I
human.
mean,
Dude, he
Find
shot
me-
like a 41. And he
Jesus
was like...
Christ.
And I was like... He's like, yeah. Damn, could have been better. And I was like, eat my dick, dude. I just shot a 57.
Find
And
me
we
something
shared
that
the
guy can't do.
Dude, we can't... The one thing about me and Churro, we cannot be in the same golf cart, bro. We are D- at finding balls. That shit can be on the fairway. And we're like, yeah, probably smack that shit like 100 yards. And then someone in the cart like way above us like, dude, your ball's up here. We're like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we lose the ball every time. It's the funniest thing.
Finding golf balls.
Oh, dude, that's probably
Finding
the
golf
thing
balls
I'm worst at
is
in the whole world.
is a talent, and
Well,
like
I'm shit at I Spy. Awful. Or if someone's like, hey, can you go grab that book off the shelf? I'm like, I'll see you in 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to find the book.
yeah.
Terrible.
No, I'm the same way in a lot of things. I have a knack for. I do have a bit of a knack for finding golf balls, but it's a talent. Like there's nobody that like. I guess I kind of like. I'm good at it, but there's nobody that's okay at it. Like you're either
Or
like, and there's
trash.
people that are great at it. Like I see people that like they just. Dude, I mean, they just
They're like, I got the line, and then they know exactly where
and
it's at.
that's my thing. Like I can visualize like where that golf ball landed, and then I've got a circle, and I'll find it in that circle.
Yeah.
Whereas some people will like walk right over it and they won't find it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you either couldn't find a golf ball to save your life, or like you're the guy that finds the golf balls.
I find golf balls. I don't find my
Your
golf
golf
ball.
ball, yeah,
I
that
lose
happens too.
one ball a hole, but I'll come out the day up 10 balls.
Yeah.
It's the craziest shit I've ever experienced in my whole life.
Yeah.
Not mine, but
Yeah.
in
Doesn't
my
matter. It doesn't.
in
fucking
my
matter.
voyage,
Yeah.
I find others.
There's people that it matters. I'm not one of those people. Like I like to consistently use the same golf ball so that I know what I'm using, like at least per round, right?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you have to be a pretty good golfer to be able to like hit a golf ball and be like, I don't like the way that feels. Like I can't,
yeah.
and I'm not bad at golf, but I'm not good at it, and I can't hit a golf ball unless it's like, you know, a golf ball that somebody pulled out of a pond that was sitting there for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like unless it's a really shitty golf ball, but I couldn't like hit a golf ball and be like, yeah, like I didn't like the way that felt.
Yeah.
I would just like if I hit a golf ball and I didn't like the way it felt, I'd be like, oh, like I obviously didn't do what I was
Right,
trying
I
to
fucked
do.
up.
Yeah,
It's not
fucked
the golf
that up.
ball's fault.
Yeah, I made that
I
mistake.
think I'm gonna get a bunch of pink ones
yeah, you could do that.
just so I can see.
But you know what though?
'Cause they're dandelions,
I know,
dude.
but it becomes
what are
harder
they
and harder. Yeah,
What are
and then,
the white things?
and then they turn white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
But it becomes
Too many
harder
of those.
and harder to find. Like there's always something that's gonna fuck up you being able to find any color golf ball.
Yeah, that's true.
Like yellow golf balls, you're like, oh, dude, I should be able to find yellow golf balls. No, because you got dandelions in the spring and then you got leaves in the fall. Fall in the fall, it is the hardest. Like, finding a golf ball in the fall is nearly impossible because you'll be like, I know where that golf ball went, and you'll walk over and conveniently in like a 10-foot circle around where you're pretty sure it went, like an entire tree dropped its leaves in one sitting.
Toast.
And you're like, I've seen videos of people that bring leaf blowers to the golf course and like they know where their ball. I don't think you're allowed to do that, but like, just some boys like us going out. Yeah, some boys like us going out and golfing, and they're like, I know my ball is somewhere over here. Just find the ball.
Love it. You got to do what you got to do.
Should we do Who Would Win of the Week?
Yeah, we should do the Who Would Win. The Who Would Win of the Week this week. Couple of cool guys. Now I'm forgetting.
James Taylor versus James Dean.
James Taylor was cool back in his day, apparently. He was like...
Apparently so was James Dean.
Well, yeah.
He's a bitch.
God
I feel like he's
you
the
don't
coolest
even
dude
know who
alive.
he is. Yeah. I mean, he
was.
seemed to be.
Yeah.
Do you know who Miles Davis is?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking of Miles Teller.
I was thinking of Myles Garrett. They're all the same guy.
Yeah. First name Miles. What's the actual Who Would Win of the Week?
The actual Who Would Win of the Week this week is Tony Hawk. Okay, I got it now. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Tony Hawk versus Action Bronson. That's what we decided earlier.
Yes.
Okay.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I was remembering it as I was saying
there were a lot of
it.
names on the table.
Yeah.
We figured out the dimensions.
Yes.
We did do
Tony
that.
Hawk is 6'3", right?
Yes.
And Action Bronson's what, 5'9"?
5'9".
The thumb.
But he is so stout, and he's fit now. He's very fit.
He's got some juice.
You keep telling me how fit he is. And
Did you watch his exercises?
I saw him
though?
do a couple pull-ups, which that's good. But
His kettlebell workouts are insane.
I expected to see a fucking what's that guy's name?
The Mountain.
Chris Hemmingsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh hell no!
You're like, dude, he's fucking fit now. He's been working out. I expect to go on there and see Chris Hemsworth.
Different kinds of fit.
And I mean,
Chris Hemsworth. I mean, he works out, but he's cut. Action Bronson is strong. He's strong.
He's
he's
that
built
guy.
like Tim the Tap Man.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's not strong, but he's still a large human. Like, if I looked at him, my initial thought wouldn't be, this is a guy who's just really strong. It would be, this is a large man.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Whereas Tony
Nothing
Hawk
wrong with that.
is wiry.
6'3".
Has there ever been a more wiry man in the history of
wiry men.
There's never been anybody that can skate like him, that's for sure. Shout out to all my boys on their boards.
And it's kind of impressive to me how lean and fit skateboarders seem to be. Like, you don't see a lot of chunky skateboarders.
Well,
I feel like that's part of
you can't skateboard chunky.
Right.
I mean, you can recreationally, but you couldn't be a pro.
But do skateboarders do a lot of non-skate training? Like, do they go to like the
I'm
weight
sure
room
if you're
or
like
something?
a pro skateboarder,
Have you ever skateboarded?
No,
It breaks
not really.
a sweat.
Yeah, like it's a cardiovascal exercise.
And because the best exercise is jumping. Like that's literally like you can, if you do jumping jacks or you do jump rope, it's better for you.
Just jump
it burns
up
more
and down.
calories than going on a 5-mile run
Or
a jog or you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you're jumping the whole time. Like when you're doing tricks, like you go out, you skateboard for 3 hours, you're jumping the whole time. But it puts your ass in shape.
And with that comes a type of body control that is almost unparalleled.
Balance.
Yeah, big time.
You got some balance there.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely underrated, but I would say I would put them maybe just after gymnasts, right?
I don't know. I've never here's the thing. I mean, skateboarding in general,
I'm not saying it's close.
I've
but
never done tricks on a skateboard, but just physically riding one, the wheels it's just not a practical thing to ride. If you're doing something, you know what I mean? And I've, ridden on some type of board with wheels, probably less than 30 times in my life, and twice of that, two times in my life, I've been seriously injured. I don't mean like scrapes. I mean seriously injured.
Yeah, ankle rolled, broken bone. Injured.
No, yeah, I'm talking hospital visits, injured twice.
And you have to imagine that happens for everybody, which says so much about the resilience.
The people that are good at it. That's what I'm saying.
Especially
and it
Tony
takes
Hawk.
some nuts. Imagine you see us a 10 set of stairs. You're me, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to walk up those stairs. A skateboarder sees those stairs. He's like, I can't wait to jump off those stairs and try to make my board do a flip and then land on the board.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing is
that's
they
a different
are
mindset.
They are really, really good at like absorbing a fall. I feel like if you're a professional skateboarder, like how to like
get the
just
wind
go
knocked out
limp.
of you. Take
yeah,
a
just
hit.
go limp and just hit the ground hard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just pop up.
I couldn't imagine like doing something where failing way more often than succeeding in the task is like the norm.
And it's like that's my thing about like if I was gonna try to do tricks like that, like I would do the first trick and I would like hit myself on the ground very hard and I'd be like, I'm good.
Nope.
I realize I can't do that. I don't need to try to do that again.
Got it.
Anything where failure creates pain, that's a different type of beast if you continue with it.
Yeah.
Right.
All failure creates pain.
Well, true. Physical pain though.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ouch.
So I feel like we've really been hyping up Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Tony. In action.
He could probably
even for his
he's got some
size
extra
though.
cushion
He's
to
a
take
he's
hit.
got
a
cushion for
fucking
the-
physical dude though. Like he's almost Chris Farley-esque in a way,
Yeah, but he's 5'9".
especially now. I mean,
I know 12-year-olds that are 5'9".
I was 5'9" when I was 12. No, I wasn't.
they're
But
not that big.
I
though.
came out of the womb 5'9".
Jesus Christ.
It's like a little ant running around, a little chubby ant running around. Tony Hawk, like, get away from me. 5'9". Holy
I wonder
shit.
what side.
And
Matt's
you know
on.
he's not 5'9". If Google says he's 5'9", he's like 5'6".
5'6.5",
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, that's
That's
fair.
a little man.
But he packs a lot of power.
Yeah.
I mean, he pulls back. He connects with Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk, we've established he can certainly take a hit without a doubt. But how many hits is it going to take?
But he's also got stamina.
So does Action
And
Bronson.
he's got good feet. Listen, if you put these two in
you
a
got
ring,
footwork?
if you put these two in a ring, you get that reach, that stamina, and that footwork. I mean, he's dancing circles around Action Bronson. I'm not saying that a punch from Action wouldn't hurt Tony, but based off his ability to take pain compared to the reach, the agility, and the stamina, I mean, it's going to be a tough fight for my boy Action.
The footwork is the most convincing thing, I think, that
Yeah.
you said in that whole thing. That is something that would be very difficult for Action to combat. And I'm still saying that he is a very physical guy. I feel like to move into mentality a little bit, Tony Hawk, neither of these guys seem to be really phased by too much.
I was gonna say
Like,
they're both
seem
kind of
like
chill.
very cool operators.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
think anybody on Earth could really intimidate Action Bronson, and I don't think Tony Hawk really would give too much of a fuck about somebody.
Yeah, I don't think he
like,
gives
trying to
a
really
shit
get-
about crap.
Yeah.
There's I agree that they're both like very chill, but I think they're both very chill in different ways. Like to me, Action Bronson is like, dude, I'm chilling, I'm doing my thing, like, you know, I do what I want, like, I'm not gonna do like, you know, I'm gonna stay doing what I like to do, and I'm gonna be successful at it, and I'm just gonna hang out and enjoy it while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas Tony Hawk's like laid back skater vibes all the time, you know. But in
Part of
reality,
culture. That's a skateboarder surfer culture.
yeah.
Yep.
But in reality, though, being Tony Hawk, being the greatest at a sport of all time, you know, deep down, he's like, this is my mountain to stay on top of. I'm not just gonna let somebody knock me off of it. And I'm not saying that Action doesn't have that mindset, but we talked about it earlier. Like, yeah, he's doing his cooking show now because that's what he likes to do, but he's not really making music anymore. So
I mean, I
when
don't
he
know if
was-
that's true or not.
I think he just dropped an album actually.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
So you
he's
gave me
been-
bad information. You guys set me up to say that on air.
But you just don't. You're just not familiar enough with like fuck that's delicious because he's been doing both for a very long time. Like he's been doing fuck that's delicious is not new.
But like, I'm not saying
April 29th. He dropped his album April
it
29th.
literally just came out right
Yeah.
in my face. I just
But the
got
last
shit
one,
on.
Oh wait, just kidding. He
But-
did in 2020. He took 2 years off. There was 2 years no album.
But even like regardless, would you say that, you know, he's doing what he likes to do, but maybe one or the other isn't necessarily a priority?
I think he's like you said. He's just kind of
I think he's just
in
kind
the
of
mood.
living.
Like he'll wake up one day and he's like, you know what?
I'm gonna make
I
some
feel
music.
like making it right. And then one day it's like, I want to make the best omelet I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Whereas Tony Hawk wakes up and he's like, I mean, he's 54 now.
But he still has a singular focus.
And especially, you know, when
a singular working ankle.
Especially when he was doing his thing, right? It's like he was waking up every day like, I have to be the best skateboarder of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a mindset. And to be able to be as chill as he is and still feel that way is actually like even more incredible, because it's like he's not worried about anything. He's just going to go out there and fucking dominate. Tony Hawk, all day long.
Well, I don't know the weight difference.
Significant?
I mean, it's substantial. Yeah.
Significant. Yeah, definitely different. I don't know. I feel like weight class only matters though when everyone's like tip top fighters of the world. Like 5 pounds makes a difference when you each know 17 different ways to whoop someone's ass. Yeah.
No, I agree. But, you know, that's why I think that height plays more of a factor than weight does.
Oh, no, I agree. I agree too. Yeah, Joe Schmoes, height has a lot more to do with weight than weight in like a street fight.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you know what they say, Andrew?
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
They do say that, but I was going to say it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
That was my second one.
Yep.
And and look,
they say both of those
things. Not for
things.
nothing. I think Action Bronson's got a lot of fight in him.
I think he would be. This is not a shot at his real human character, but I think he would be a very lazy dog. I think he'd be a dog that lays around and waits to be fed.
He kind of gives me Saint Bernard vibes.
Yeah, he's gonna drool. He's a lot of drool.
Good God.
Not even like in a disrespectful way.
I'm not.
I fuck with Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
But he's not. There's
no.
no chance that he's a lazy man.
I don't think he's lazy. But you compared him to a dog.
No, you compared him to a dog.
Whoa! Oh, on the turntables.
Your ass is his grasses, and you're the lawnmower. No, you're the lawnmower.
I think we can vote
No,
on this.
you're the lawnmower.
But the kids ain't made out of crow.
Yeah, the kids ain't made out of crow. Shout out to Andy Dick.
God, yep.
We can
wherever
vote
it
on it.
is.
Yeah, wherever it is.
Yeah, I think we
sure.
can vote on it. I did not. Tony Hawk really has too much going for him in this instance. I think this would be a really great fight to watch. I think these guys would both have a lot of respect for each other going into this. I think it'd be a lot of fun to see. But you just made too many good points about Tony Hawk. Too many points that I think stand very well.
I can't lie to you. I'm voting action.
I love it.
I know. I was on this wave the whole time
Yeah.
in my head because I was trying to manipulate my mind into saying Tony. I'm going with my boy Action Bronson.
See,
what puts it over for you?
I think it's because we both do similar things, and I just believe in my boy.
Damn it.
There's bias. There's a lot of bias in my answer.
I love it. I have Action Bronson's book
these backsies.
in my backpack right now.
You can take it back. Do you want to change your answer?
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I
you'd
can't.
be a fucking fraud. I wish you would have said yes. I would have ripped you in pieces.
Too many good points.
Here's
about
the
Tony.
thing. On the flip side of all of this,
God damn it!
I
don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it.
Change it.
No, fuck you, man.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
Coming in
he
here
was
dressed
waiting.
like a fucking helicopter pilot. Fuck you.
I assumed that I was gonna pick Action Bronson in this fight until I found out that he was like 3 to 4 inches away from being considered like a little person. Like 5'9", dude, you can't be walking around at 5'9".
But that's,
right?
I mean, that's part of it, man.
Look at the people in this room. We got a bunch of trees sitting around.
That's a fact. Yeah, we're definitely not 5'9".
No. Andrew's close.
I'm the closest.
Yeah.
But I am not
Right.
there.
We still.
It's all right.
Kind of.
So I got the
Appreciate
puff
you
this
for
up
it.
a
Yeah, you
little
got
bit.
the
Give me a
puff.
couple inches.
No disrespect
This is
to
all
people
head.
that are
This is all
5'9".
head.
Pause.
This is still skull.
Yeah.
Resume.
But I'm also gonna take. I'm gonna take Tony Hawk in this fight. So that's a 2-1. I should have been a clean sweep, but we'll call it 2-1.
I'm confident.
Yeah. P. Millie
Dude,
holds
I
his
like
ground.
it.
No,
I like
I
it.
mean,
Dude,
you got to respect it. It's a shitty
Yep.
pick, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a shitty pick. Vote on that on our Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Ashton Action Bronson versus Tony Hawk. I can never say his name right. Also, I saw a video of Tony Hawk that he put. He's a TikTok guy now, and 54 years old on TikTok. Is that good? He was telling the story about how he was in an elevator, and some guy said to another random guy, like, "Yo, doesn't that look like Tony Hawk?" And they were like, "Dude, yeah, it kind of does look like Tony Hawk." And then they like all laughed about it, and then the two guys walked out of the elevator.
Oh, he's got a whole Twitter thread of like instances like that. Like there's
like how do you not say
one tweet that he had where he was at the airport, and this TSA guy was like, "Do people ever tell you look like Tony Hawk?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "I wonder what that guy's doing right now." And Tony Hawk goes, "This." Like he's got a lot of stories about that, but he seems like a super cool guy.
Yeah,
like I've listened to him on a
I
couple
would go
podcasts.
with it. I would go with it every time.
He seems awesome. Honestly,
Yeah.
he seems so cool.
I'm a big
He's a very interesting career as well, because like obviously he's such a big part of skateboarding coming into the mainstream. He when he was 15, I heard him tell this story. He was already starting to make like some good money, and his dad was like, "You should move out. You should just buy a house." So he did.
15 years old.
15 years old, he went and he bought his house, and he just like, it was a very fun house from the sound of it. Oh yeah.
What a pimp.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Probably a lot of Altoid containers laying around that house.
Oh, plentiful.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I could see myself hanging out with Tony Hawk. Do you remember playing?
Cool. He is in
Tony
an
Hawk,
episode of The Simpsons that is excellent.
Do you remember playing Tony Hawk Downhill Jam on the
Hell
Game
yeah.
Boy?
Not on the Game Boy, on the Wii.
I played it on the Game Boy.
Oh, okay. The whatever one was on the Wii. That's
we
what
also
I'm
had
because that one.
I played all those on the PlayStation. All the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah.
Like
we also
PS2.
had Matt Hoffman BMX. We had that for
really?
For Game Boy as well.
Man, that's a guy.
Matt Hoffman.
I feel like
Is that,
you just
get
don't
that
hear
name
about it
right?
anymore.
Did I
yeah,
nail
Matt
that?
Hoffman. Hell yeah.
I'm so good.
He was the Tony Hawk of BMX.
Yeah.
But again, that guy, I feel like you don't hear about Matt Hoffman at all, really. I'm sure he's still doing stuff with like Rob Dyrdek or something.
Probably. Yeah. Another dude, Rob Dyrdek to me, like, don't get me wrong, like, but there's a point in time where like he, living his life would have been the coolest fucking thing ever. He had a entire.
I bet it'd still be pretty great.
Well, yeah, but like when Fantasy Factory was a show, like that, dude. If we ever fucking make it big, we are buying a Fantasy Factory. 100 million.
We're gonna build. Matthew, the blueprint is already in my head. I mean, obviously there's different stuff, but yes, we're buying a compound essentially.
And like he would,
I don't know how many years from now we'll do that.
So much money, he would just do whatever he wanted. Like he bought, his one cousin that they called. What did they call him? Big Cat? Did they call him Big Cat?
I never
Big
watched
Cat?
that show.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know the premise of the show. Wasn't into it enough to know.
Dude, there was one of his cousins that worked for him, or like on his own brand, but at the Fantasy Factory. They called him like the Cat or something like that. Like he had a cat-based nickname.
Yeah.
And so one day Rob just went, like when he wasn't there, just like redid his entire office and made it look like a jungle set out of like a rainforest cafe. And instead of putting like glass and a door, he just put a cage on it. Like he just turned this dude's office into like a tiger cage.
That's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Man.
He would do shit like that all the time. Like, dude, he bought a burrito cannon once. And because all their offices were like glass up there and he could see into all of them. And he was just started launching burritos like at their windows in the middle of the workday. And sometimes they get pissed like, dude, Rob, we know you're Rob Dyrdek, but like we're trying to actually run our brands. Like we have work to do. You can't be shooting burritos at my office. I'm in a meeting.
You know
and
what?
He's just pissing himself laughing so hard.
Yes.
Like because it's just funny. Like he would the whole basis of that show was when he felt like doing something, he would just do it.
I love that.
And it would be, dude, he bought a food truck. He bought a food truck and got a permit for it and was like, dude, we're going to whip up like whatever I feel like making. And the shit was all nasty as hell. And like they went out and sold it to people.
See that?
That's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure the basis of the food truck, like the name of it, I can't remember, but it was something about taking a shit. Because like that was his thing. It's like when you eat our food truck, you're going to like shit your pants.
To me, that is kind of what money is for, though. Like, him launching those burritos and laughing that hard. I don't know if there is a limit to the amount of money that I would spend for a laugh.
Yeah.
Like to laugh that hard.
100%.
Like,
and burritos are my favorite food.
Yeah.
But I would let the fucking burritos
Well, that's what,
fly.
like I'm saying, like they probably did this at some point in time. Like that's the other thing too. Like think about all the shit that he was doing that wasn't on that show.
Oh yeah.
Like because he is also just like a genius from a business perspective. Like he just was setting himself up to just make so much money that he could just do this for fun. Like he's so.
I can't believe he got. I mean, still, I feel like ridiculousness is always on.
It runs.
Always
I'm
on.
pretty sure.
Always.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that he got to host a show where he didn't have to make any of the content. He just kind of sat there with 3 other people, a guest, and just watched people get hurt.
Yeah, and one of them is Chanel West Coast, so people either love her or hate her, and that's
Someone's tuning in.
Uh-huh.
That's
and
nuts.
then like, and it's not totally his fault, but it's kind of to me like how he was raised in television from like Robin Big into Fantasy Factory. Like the jokes that he uses are so like preset TV jokes that like are not good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like the way that he talks about things. Like a good example of that is the names of every segment in Ridiculousness. Like,
yeah, it's almost like a 7th grader like figured it out.
It's always like, yeah, like next up we have, it's like, oh snap, and that's the name of the segment, and it's like people like trying to like pull bungee cords and accidentally snapping themselves in the face with them. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Man,
yeah.
if I was sitting in the writer's room though, I would jump up and run to the whiteboard.
Yeah.
If that came to me, I'd be like, raise. I'm about to change this whole show.
No, but he just like he would do just cool shit. Like he would just feel like doing something, he would just do it, and it was all. I actually, this is a little bit embarrassing. I at one point in time bought. I mean, I guess I probably still own it. Like I bought an entire season of Fantasy Factory on Amazon Prime because they had one season on there that was free with like the MTV part of Amazon Prime, which is also free to sign up for. You just need to like sign up on the app and you can watch the show.
Yeah.
And I watched the one season. I was like, dude, this show is so cool. I have to watch more of this. And so I bought another season. But there's like so many seasons, and they're all, I mean, it's like $30 for like an 8-episode season.
Jesus.
So I tapped on buying them.
You know,
But,
I've heard $30 spent on worse shit.
yeah. Yeah, I spent.
You're in the clear.
I spent. Yeah.
He spent 40 on Tim Biebs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. and that's what I'm talking. No, that is true.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
And you spent money on
And
laughs.
that's why.
Yeah.
And that's because
I didn't laugh.
opening the door, but
Well,
that's
on Fantasy
worth
Factory.
it.
Yeah.
Worth it though. Opening the door for Matthew today, going out dressed like this. Like 2 weeks ago, I spent $118 on a full Adidas tracksuit and an Adidas baseball hat, and that's what I wore on the show. And just because I knew it would get Matthew to laugh when he saw me, and it was worth every penny.
I'd wear those just because.
I'm
not gonna lie to you.
Might
I'm not
start
gonna lie to
now.
you.
It didn't look bad. That's what I said. I said it didn't look
I
bad.
I was like, oh,
But just
shit.
because, like,
And do you have
my
the
shoes
I'm
are
I'm taking
Adidas,
my
you
fucking
have
tracksuit
the-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite example, you know, Bert Kreischer, of course.
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh, the fucking him and Tom Segura. I love
Him and-
those.
exactly.
I love those dudes.
So you know the dance video that Tom did. Oh, dude.
Dance video? I don't watch their
we
podcast,
should-
but I
we
see
should-
clips of it, and I love both
Yeah.
of their stand-ups, their work
They're
separately.
great. Live podcast June 19th in the tailgate of Frontier
That's-
Field for the Fully Loaded Festival.
I feel like I was about to say I feel like I have some that day, but that's probably what I have.
That's
Better
the
be.
one. Don't you double
'Cause
book.
we are doing it. It's a
But
Sunday,
so
though.
Bert like did this video of him just like in a dance studio, kind of doing this hip hop dance, and then he like pulls off, and he's got the breakaway sweats, and then he's got like the Speedo on or whatever, just kind of does this dance, and that video got like a lot of views. He had his tour dates on it and stuff. So Tom Segura spent, I mean, tens of thousands of dollars to make his own music video. He hired a professional director, a backup dancers. He took he hired like choreographers that have worked with like Nicki Minaj and stuff to create this massive production video just to shit on Bert. And that
Worth it. Every cent.
that's the only reason that I want the dollar amount in my bank account to go up is because I just want to be able to do stuff like that. There's no limit to what I would spend on.
We call that fuck you money.
Yeah.
For real. And now they're like,
That's everyone's
they
goal, just
started
enough
doing
fuck
this
you
thing
money.
where they like buy each other birthday presents and
Yeah,
like one up each other every year.
I've heard
And
about this. Like, have you heard about this?
No.
They start they buy each other birthday presents every year, and they like
It's got to
one
be
up
more
each other
expensive.
every year.
Yeah.
And like they're at the point where they're already spending like tens of thousands of dollars on each other.
More than that because the Tom's birthday was in April and Bert bought him a race car and they set up a full racing team.
There you go. So that's very. I guarantee you that was.
Damn.
Yeah. So what? Like, and now you see that and you're like, "Fuck! I have to. Like, what do I do? Buy this dude a cruise ship? Like, how do I?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go into. We have money now. We're gonna go into crippling debt buying each other birthday presents.
They are talking about like this is becoming a big problem in our lives.
This is an issue.
But
Yeah.
that's what
My
it's
wife's
all
like,
about.
"Can we go on vacation?" No, honey. I have to buy him a birthday present this year.
Segura actually just announced today that he's coming to the Fallsview Casino on August 11th.
He was here in February. Not here.
He was in Rochester. Yeah, he was at the Kodak Center. In
What the fuck she know about cameras? Sorry, Kodak. Kodak got brought up again. But he's coming. When's that? You said
August 11th.
August 11th.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to see him.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen
Because
a
I
lot of
missed
guys
him in Rochester.
I've seen.
feel
I did
like.
too. I've seen a lot of guys live, but I haven't seen him, and I want to.
I saw Bert live in 2015.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
at
it the Comedy
Helium,
Store?
in Buffalo, and there was like the Machine story was already big, but he was still he was still doing clubs, right? Like
Yeah.
he hadn't made the move to theaters yet. Like he still wasn't insanely huge the way he is now, but it was fucking incredible.
Have you been to the Comedy Store in LA?
No, I've never been over there. I've
Really?
never been out that way.
Dude, I got to see the craziest lineup of dudes.
What year did you go?
19.
Yeah.
19 for sure.
Right.
It might have been 2000. No, end of 19. It was at
Yep,
end of 19.
right before the pandemic.
Right before.
That is, I mean, they're gonna make documentaries about that shit.
Dude, it was literally
They
insane.
are.
I'm trying to think of the dude. I saw. Who's the dude that's I can't think of his name. And he's literally huge. Like, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Super redneck guy. Literally the most popular
Oh,
redneck.
Ron White?
No,
Oh.
fuck. Mullet. Younger kid. Looks
Theo?
geeky. Theo Von. I saw Theo Von. I saw Joey Diaz, Sebastian Maniscalco, and another guy that's not as big as them, but all in one night. Like, we were there for 2 hours. It was me and Cray. It was fucking awesome.
Joey Diaz is like going to certain stops on the Fully Loaded Festival. He's not going to be in Rochester when we're going. But I mean that's a priority, is seeing him live before he stops, because he was going to quit doing stand up, but that guy is so fucking funny, and I love Theo.
Theo's hilarious.
Dude, his most recent special, which came out like a while ago now, like he has got, I mean, the stories that he tells are unbelievable. Like, he talks about this
The dude with the Bridgerton. What do they call? What was his nickname? Because he's like Bridgerton. He had no arms though, so we
Yes.
just called him. What? Take the Brit and the.
Oh, because he was
Bitch.
all middle.
Yeah, because he was all middle. So he was like, he didn't have any arms. So it's Egger.
Yeah, something like that.
but
they were. He was like, he strangled out more dudes than anybody. No arms.
choked down more dudes than anyone.
That is, goddamn.
That's funny.
God, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that would be the time to.
I love
go.
stand-up comedians.
So
Yeah,
I've
man.
never seen a stand-up comedy show live.
Really?
Well, we're going. I mean, it's
I know
gonna
we're
be different
going. You will.
because it's in like the baseball stadium, but
Yeah,
still, it's gonna be. We're
that
gonna
where it
see
is?
some good people too. Yeah,
it's outside. What if it rains?
I don't know, man. We'll be in.
Rain can't
we'll be
stop
in
laughter,
full
baby.
tracksuits or church clothes anyway, so
No,
we'll be all
I'm
right.
wearing a banana hammock. I already told you.
Oh, that's
Church
right.
clothes?
That's right. It's
Yeah, we have a thing. We like to wear.
blazer over a turtleneck with a chain.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, we do look good.
If you want to borrow these for that look,
It's not a bad idea.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely got to get some smaller
We should
sunglasses.
do something. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it more.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it more afterwards, but
You ready?
yeah, I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, we've been going for a long time.
Okay, good.
It's like 8:00.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
Time flies.
works for me.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, we'll wrap up, but I want to.
What?
We'll wrap up. No, well,
What's left?
You're giving me
do
a
you
look.
have to get out of here?
I no, but I mean, I'm gonna die if I sit here any longer. I gotta talk to you. Yeah.
Said in that case.
All right, Preston. Do plugs real quick, just
Yes.
in case anybody doesn't know.
I make music for fun and also get paid for it. So if you want to listen to my music, P. Millie, been on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
Got to hang out, talk to the boys. Recorded a new song today. It's gonna be called Here. Don't know when that's gonna be out. Got to give me some time to mix, master it, but we'll see that definitely before June 21st, before summer hits. Instagram, PG Millie, all that fun stuff. If you guys want to follow me, my journey, and I think that's pretty much it. Thank you to the boys for having me back on.
Yes, sir.
Good
Links
times
will
as
all
always.
be in the episode
Links will be there.
description.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
man.
And thank you for coming on. Go check that shit out. If you haven't heard our previous episodes with P. Millie, go check them out. We talk a lot more about his music. We didn't do that today. We were just chilling. Cool
Well, that's
guy
all right. This
episode.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, sometimes we got to come in here and we just got to, let it
Vibe
fly.
out.
So we appreciate you coming on. Check that stuff out. Andy, I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks. Thanks, Preston.